Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti. We're back with the Trends Journal. It's Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. And here's the cover. You got it? Yep. Stagflation coming? Nope. Dragflation. Declining economic growth and rising inflation. Yeah, a lot of people are coming out and saying we're going to go have stagflation. It's not going to stagnate. It's going to decline. But the markets don't care about it. I'm not making this shit up. This is from CNBC. All three major index closed at record highs today as investors, gamblers, moved past concerns about the state of the U.S. economy. Yeah, fuck the state of the U.S. economy. Who gives a flying fuck about that? We're just gamblers and we're going to keep this thing going. You got it? The S&P was up 0.27, the NASDAQ gained 0.37, and the Dow was up 0.43. Thanks to a surge in United Health shares. What are you fucking kidding me or what? Because this is what they write. Investors worries that the economy may not be holding up as well as previously thought were exacerbated Tuesday after the Bureau of Labor Statistics updated its job figures for 12 months through March, lowering the total payroll gains during that period by a whopping 911,000 jobs. Not with only revisions on the high end of what Wall Street anticipated, they were also the largest on record going back to 2002. Oh, you mean the height of the COVID war? But the markets went up. Oh, and what happened last week? They reported that they only created 22,000 jobs. Oh, and what jobs were created? Oh, lousy paying jobs in the healthcare and hospitality sectors. This is serious, but the markets are going up. And then gold. Gold today hit 3,369 an ounce. I think yesterday it closed around what? $3,655 an ounce. It closed lower. It went down, closing at 3,624. But gold prices have spiked. So don't subscribe to the Trends Journal for $2.50 a week. Again, we're the people that call the golden year for gold, and we've been calling the gold market right online. Oh, go to King World News. Oh, yeah, the top cat, man, has me on. He'll tell you I was the guy that called the bottom of it when it hit the 1,800 marks, and I said it would go up, and we hit it right on the money. But go to the Wall Street Journal, spend $5 a day. This is today's paper. You take a look at it. Page after page after page, page after page after page, in all the sections, not one word about gold. Not one word about gold or silver. You know why? Because gold is telling you the dire socioeconomic and geopolitical conditions around the world. And Salenti, shut the fuck up. We're prostitutes. We don't talk about that. We get paid by our corporate pimps and government whoremasters to spew out the shit that they're feeding us, all right? Not a word. How dare they not write about gold? Because they don't want to tell people how bad things are. And again, you go to your Trends Journal in this edition, and we're, just to give you a little example of some of what's going on the geopolitical front. Turkish court helps Erdogan tighten grip on country after annually outcome of rival, annulling the outcome. This guy, again, protests going on in Indonesia, slaughtering people in Nepal. Somalia, bombs away. Oh, and then today, Hey, the chosen people. They chose to bomb Qatar today. Yeah, we're getting that Hamas guy that was there for peace talks. Yeah. Israel bombed Qatar today. Oil prices didn't go up that much. They only went up a little bit. They're still only selling Brent crude $66 and change. This is serious. And it's also serious to see how ballless the Arab nations are that are doing nothing to stop this. Because if they stopped selling oil like they did in 1973, you would see oil prices skyrocket and there would be peace. But they only want to make money. Matter of fact, they're pumping out more oil. So oil prices are going down because the global economy is going down. And again, there's this old Bronx saying, bullshit has its own sound. And again, you look at the job numbers. How are these government official bureaucrats, scumbags that can't get a job in the real world and become the most arrogant? How can they be so inefficient in bringing out these numbers and keep changing them? If you got a business going and you keep making stupid mistakes, because you can't stay in business, but they can. And again, not a peep from the prostitutes about why gold prices are spiking. And again, this Israel war is just going to keep ramping up. Their bombs are way more in Lebanon. Oh, they only violated the ceasefire about a couple hundred times. They could do anything they want. Bombs away over Syria. And now there's talk about ramping it up against Iran. Yeah, the two articles. Another one, deadly protests break out in Indonesia as country rejects inequality. Yeah. Off with their heads 2.0. That's the trend that's coming along. And again, we got Trends in Technocracy by Joe Duran, the technocracy man. Trends in AI. Trends in high-tech science. Trends in geopolitics, what's going on. This is really serious stuff, particularly these wars ramping up. Again, you look at the jobless numbers coming out, and they're terrible. And by the way, the markets went up because United Healthcare went up. You ready for this? Health insurance companies raised premiums most in 15 years because the bigs own everything, all right? Yeah, there are other healthcare companies, but 3 to 4 of the biggest ones control the whole game. So think about it. The premiums rate rise the fastest in 15 years as people are losing their jobs. So going back to what's going on, they're going to cut interest rates. They're meeting next week. Europe is down too, man. That economy is flattening out. Again, Germany's in recession. Will they be cutting interest rates this week? They say no, but let's see what happens. So they're looking now to cut interest rates in the United States by at least 50 basis points. Not at least, possibly, at least 25. The lower interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go. End of story. And again, nothing goes straight up or down. You got to have corrections in the market. There's going to be a gold correction. But we are very positive on gold and could see it hitting, 4,000 plus ounces, $4,000 per ounce, plus maybe even 5,000 this year. So that we're very positive on it. Israel's $45 million deal with Google helped Tel Aviv spread propaganda about Gaza. That's one of your articles in here. Trump gives Netanyahu green light to keep Gaza genocide going. Huckleberry, Huckle jerk. And I'm tired of hearing this fucking guy's bullshit that God told Abraham 3,500 years ago, this land belongs to the Jewish people. Like God had locked you. I never spoke to anybody else. U.S. won't stop Israel's annexation of the West Bank. Stealing land in front of everybody's eyes in violation of the Geneva Convention and Article 242 of the United Nations, but nobody gives a shit. Yep. Featured guest articles by Phil Giraldi, Making the Palestinians Go Away. Featured guest articles by John and Nisha Whitehead. Glass bottles contain more this is Dr. McCullough, excuse me. Glass bottles contain more microplastics than plastic bottles. Did you know that? And on the Nisha and John Whitehead of the Rutherford Institute, what they put out is great. A police state presidency, when rule of law becomes rule by gunpoint. With these guys, these ICE guys masking up like this is like you saw at Hitler in World War II. And again, I'm totally opposed to having tons of people flooding into the country, but they're here. You let them in because you wanted cheap labor. So don't throw them out like this. I find this disgusting. And again, think for yourself. Do what you believe in. That little boy Rude over there, the clown boy that was the longest serving jerk over there, was the Dutch guy. He says Beijing and Russia are planning for long-term confrontation. It won't be a long-term confrontation. He wants to build up the military-industrial complex in Europe. It'll be an overnight end-of-life-on-earth confrontation if the United States and Europe go to war against Russia and China. You got it, Junior? Yep. What else do we have here? I got so much. Trump family sees new crypto windfall after Bitcoin mining company listing. Again, Bitcoin is only selling now, what, about $111,000 a coin, and they're saying it's going down. $111,000 for a coin backed by nothing and printed on nothing. That's a lot of dough. And again, it was around 70,000 before Trump got into office. So we're still positive on it. It's not what you like, what you want, what you wish for. It's what is. Hold your breath. Humans breathe in up to 68,000 microplastics a day, study says. That's just some of what you got. Oh, and I forgot. How could I forget this? You got the great guy who knows his stuff, Gregory Mannarino. Downfall, narrative control, security theater, and wealth extraction. A couple of articles here, we're quoting him. This thing is very serious. That the equity markets are going up is a joke. And again, we have the articles in here about how China is going to lead the world in AI. And again, it's we only go by the fact. China's stock market's bouncing back. You know why? They're investing in AI as the country is going down. They got, their housing crisis is a real crisis. They can't solve it. But the equity markets are going up because they're betting that China is going to lead the charge. So that's just some of what we have here. And again, tomorrow, Salenti and the judge. One of the articles that the judges, we have an article about what he's writing about too, about the United States bombing this boat in Venezuela, off the coast of Venezuela. I mean, it is totally criminal act by the deeds. How about judging the people? Did they do something? No, we say they had it. What do you show me? You're not allowed to do that. And Trump sold himself as the peace president. What a joke. So there's going to be a lot of talk about that tomorrow with the judge. And again, he's the man I want to see for president. Don't forget the peace rally coming up on September 27th. Dennis Kucinich, Joe Lauria, Scott Ritter, Judge Napolitano, and a live screening, be live, we have big screens up, Roger Waters. We're doing everything we can for peace. So please support us. You're not supporting us. This costs money out of a lot to do. I'm trying to do everything for peace. I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace, not like these little clown boys that love war. Anybody that supports the war overseas, go over there and fight. Put on your drag costumes. Bring your wife, your kids, and your money, your transgenders. Go over there or shut your fucking mouth. This is disgusting, stealing our money to keep these wars going. And now Israel's ramping this up big time by bombing. Again, they're trying to kill the guy that was there doing the peace negotiations. So this is serious. So stay tuned. And remember, united we stand, divided we die. Support the Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com. We need your support. The more support we have, the more we can do. And I'm getting blacklisted and shadow banned. So thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.